podcast for your asses. Yapping in a trap like a rescue cat, and the rest queued up like they're waiting on the Batman. You tuned into the dude who threw booze back, blacked out, woke up drunk, covered in bruises. It's Sagdaddy the pod, an odd fellow, the great white chubby, I'm becoming a marshmallow. It's Sagdaddy the pod, so sit back and relax, cause like a broken arm, I got a cast now. It's Sagdaddy the pod, you made a good choice, so enjoy, don't be annoyed. Now here's my dumb voice.
Well, like, what kind of student were you in high school? Like, as far as grades go?
I think this has always been my mindset in anything. Not too much, Sarah. Don't stress yourself out.
Yeah.
So I could always get by. I think I could do way better. It's like working out where I'm like,
Right.
I don't want to get super buff. Like, I don't have the mindset to get super buff, even though I
would love
want
to get super buff.
But I always pull back.
Yeah. That's funny. So you had potential.
I had potential.
You probably heard that a lot. She's got potential.
Yeah.
I heard that too. He's got potential.
You're
That's
like, I don't think I do, because if I did have potential, I think I would at least
reach it
every now and then.
I would be reaching it then. Like, there's not many times that you could say he's got potential where I'll go, I'm just going to kick this into potential.
Or has anyone ever been like, he's at full potential right now?
yeah. I've never been doing well on stage and someone in the audience turns to another person and goes, he's at full potential.
Watch him at full potential.
He's really full potentialing right now. This is crazy. Yeah, no, I've always been, as far as a student goes, I've always been average. I'm exactly what you're talking about.
Always in the middle.
Yeah, you go, I'll get the work done. Maybe sometimes I won't, but I'm not going to be I'm not going to fail. I'm not going to even be a D. Like, I'll do it to my best ability, I guess.
Right.
But it's going to be the night before.
It's a last minute.
It's a last minute thing.
I pulled in a C or a D leading up to the finals where I can get, if I do a decent grade on it, I can pull it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the biggest lie I've ever told myself was, I work better when it's like crunch time.
Right. But I still am not turning in any.
I might work good, but the work isn't good.
No.
It's like if you just took a week maybe
to
like think about this and reread
Started
it.
at the appropriate time when they gave it to you.
Exactly.
Like, remember when, like, in a syllabus, you knew that your big project was 6 weeks away and you were in your mindset, you're like, this time is going to be different.
Yes.
I'm going to start it now. And then it's like one day prior. And then there would be times where I'm like, Mom, can I stay home from school today? I did not do my project.
Really?
Yes.
That's so funny that you would even involve your parents into this shit, because I wouldn't.
Right.
No, I never got a thing where the teacher was like, all right, start thinking of your thesis, and like that when they're passing out a paper that's like, this is what your essay needs to be on.
Right.
I never was like, okay, I should start working on this now. I've always been like, I'll look at the date at when it's due, and I go, okay, I got time. And then literally either the night before or I'm sitting there and they go, okay, guys, hand in your essays, and I'm going, fuck, and I'm like, I left mine at home. I would always say I left mine at home. I go, oh shit, I'm sorry, I forgot mine. Or I was like, can I hand it to you tomorrow? And they're like, sure.
Right.
But I got off just by being kind of funny. But now that I think about it, I was probably annoying. Like, if I was a teacher.
No, I don't know. I feel like I've seen some teachers get charmed by humor.
Yeah.
I know I had a teacher, Mr. Winnicky. We had this project, it was like a thesis paper. You had to present an idea or like an opinion and support it with like facts and like, I think my opinion was probably a libertarian, and he was a New York liberal that moved to Texas.
Oh, interesting.
So he failed my paper, but the second part of the grade was to go up in front of class and defend it.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, well, why should I defend it if you've already failed it? Meaning, clearly, there's no way I can pull myself out of this.
Yeah.
And I went ahead and did it, but my friend Ian Peary, I'm just going to name, because I just appreciate them.
Sure.
And
as long as they don't sue us.
He went up in the front of class and he was like, I don't know why I have to defend this. And my teacher was laughing so hard because he realized how there's kind of
that's so funny,
a problem in this project.
Yeah.
why do I have to defend my opinion that you already failed me?
You already graded it.
Like, you already graded. So now I have to present it in an audible way.
Yeah.
This is embarrassing.
Wow. See, that's a very smart way to do it. The whole time I'd be like, this is bullshit.
I know, but at the end of our finals, I think my friend Ian and I got like lowish grades, and we were borderlining not going to pass. And he was like, I can't have any of my students fail. And he bumped us up a grade.
Great.
Just out of, because you can do that.
Yeah, you can go. I think that's how I passed.
It works.
I think that's how I passed a lot of grades. I think a teacher was just like, just give him a good grade.
It's like
whatever.
The movie Clueless, where he's like, Cher, I couldn't have been more proud if you earned this the correct way, because she managed to persuade.
That's a great line.
It's true, though, because you're like, that skill set is just as important as being studious, if not more important.
I think I would say it's more important.
Yes,
I think
to be able to bullshit your way through life.
Although now, I wish I did have the studious thing, you know what I mean? Because I don't know, I wish I was just smart or, you know, had something to give to the world, because so far I feel...
Low effort.
Yeah.
Low stress to just know that you can do it.
Yeah, I think maybe my contribution to society is people can look at me and go, oh, I could have a podcast.
Right.
I could do stand-up.
That's how I feel when I see most things. Like, let me put my dog shit up there.
Yeah.
If this person's putting dog shit up, then I can put my dog shit up.
Really?
So it's inspiring when I see dog shit.
Yes.
Yes.
The only thing is that we need like a big pain threshold, because, you know,
right.
You just need a big embarrassment, humiliation, and pain threshold, so that you do keep putting dog shit out there. Because I don't know, I've come to the conclusion that I think America has spoken. The majority of us do not care for Brendan Sagalow, so I have to just.
I feel like you're making waves.
Yeah,
you're
whenever I get
climbing.
in a fucking jacuzzi. They always put too much water in those things. No. It's just, you know how like every once in a while you get that. I don't know if you get that. Do you get that? Like the insecurities, kind of like being like, look how much no one likes you.
I've bombed online, which I find is more embarrassing than bombing on stage, because at least on stage you can do a save.
Yeah.
Bombing online, you're just having like all your peers see your video stand at like 1,000 views.
Yeah, and
you're like, but then I keep telling myself, just walk through the pain. Walk through the pain.
Yes.
It's part of the ordeal.
Yes.
And I'm like, I still thought it was great. I don't know why.
Yeah. Yeah. And you go, well, really, I'm just creating a resume. So it doesn't really matter how good this video does, but it's something people could look at once they like me. You know, it's like, which is true, I guess. But you're like, the worst is when you get I just had a video that got so many views and very little likes. That's where you go, this is evidence that people don't like me.
Do you think so?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
meaning like I love to.
Well, the clip was.
What about the shares? Because it could, if you're getting shares, like
a lot of shares and no
shit.
likes. Yeah. I don't even look at those. I mean, at the end of the day, who really cares? Because you're like trying to throw a. You know, it's so funny. My brain is filled with motivational idioms just so I don't kill myself.
Oh, I think, yeah.
Every second I'm like, well, you're throwing a big net over and you're trying to capture as many fish as you can. So sometimes they're going to get out. You know, it's always darkest before it's dawn.
Right. And you can't. A lot of people quit before it gets good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when? I keep going.
Yeah.
Some people need to quit.
Yeah, it's like that.
It's like there's a Winston Churchill quote that I always like.
Yes, I had that as my background on my phone for a little while. How sad is that? If you're going through hell, keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, but it's all hell.
You're like, okay, I think I'm walking straight into a pike because it's going through my head. I've walked up against the wall and I've given myself a concussion. How far do I have to go? Keep going. You go, if you're going through hell, keep going. But also make sure you have a support system that can financially support you, and make sure you have some people that you know in the industry. You know, make sure you're maybe your dad was a roommate with someone who might be famous, and but yeah, no. So I'm like, I am constantly.
Those quotes are leading people astray.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of quotes that are. Well, it's almost like we talked about this once on another podcast, but it's like Jim Carrey writing that check to himself.
Right.
Think about how many trees have been cut down for pointless checks to be made by fucking nobodies in Hollywood being like, one day I'm going to give $1 million to my mom.
Right. And I'm like still sitting
cut to them
on it, not
being
giving
homeless,
it.
eating the paper, being like, I need fuel, eating the check. I need to eat this. Hey, what happened to that check that you wrote for your mom? If you ever got $1 million, I had to eat it for nutrition.
That's like when you hear about like Lady Gaga's parents paying for her first like recording session. I'm like, I would owe my parents like $1 million.
Right.
Like they would never get that money back, or they would never see the success, the fruits of their labor.
Yeah. Well, I think about that. I mean, my parents are very supportive. They're like cool with it and whatever. Like they've always been cool with me doing this and everything like that. And but I do feel guilty. Like my dad, like that PC right there, my dad bought me that.
Right.
The computer.
Yeah.
And that's not cheap. Like it's
$2,000 CPU.
It's a big CPU with a lot of RAM.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think about constantly me like giving him a PowerPoint at a restaurant and being like, this is why I should get a PC computer. Twitch is on the rise,
right?
And streaming and this was before Kai Cenat and all that shit.
Yeah.
So I was kind of on the right, but also once again, America has spoken. I'm going. Oh, what's up, Twitch? How you got today? We're playing Rocket League, and people are like, no. I'm not going to watch a 30-year-old play video games.
I'm going to watch a young South Korean woman snooze all day.
Is that a real thing?
Aren't there these Twitchers that just make money by not doing
sleeping
anything
on camera?
Yeah,
maybe.
Like just being a 24-hour cam.
One time, that's hilarious. That's so funny. One time, this is how much I know people do not want what I'm selling as far as the PC computer goes. Which, by the way, I still haven't paid my dad back. I told him, I was like, you'll get that plus interest, of course. Because when the money starts rolling in, that's
then
when
it'll pay itself.
Yes, because it'll pay itself off. I'm a big streamer.
He didn't know that Instagram or TikTok was going to decline their monetization.
Yeah, he had no idea, and he doesn't ask for the money, but it's one of those things that's just always on my...
Right. I have that with my mom and my dad of just like an $800 camera. I need it.
Oh yeah, I asked for like graduation, for like high school graduation. They got me a Canon Rebel photograph camera. It doesn't even take video. And I was like, I'm gonna be a big photographer, I think. Like I had maybe even a week of being like, and all I ever did with it was take a dick pic with it.
Yeah.
I didn't really do that much, but I took a dick pic with it and it looked great. Have I talked about that on the show? Yeah, I like sent it to this girl
it has,
on chat
what's that
roulette.
like where it looks blurry in the background?
Yeah, it blurred it in the background. I always say it looked like my dick was taking a headshot. And he's like he's got a scarf around. Different. This is him as a cowboy. But yeah, dude, this is how I know that nobody wants what I'm selling. I
owe an amends to my family for a lot of.
Yeah, of course.
I had a CPU right when I got out of school because I needed to do Macromedia Director and make kiosks.
Yeah.
All I did was keep working on my project that never went anywhere and then binge drink for about 10 years straight.
That's exactly it. You just got I just got drunk and told everybody I own a computer. I'm like, that's actually pretty cool.
And just ripped music off LimeWire.
Yeah. I go, yeah, exactly. You put viruses in it. Here. I don't know why it's moving so slow now. But I was streaming once with Feeney and Shuli Egar, and I'm playing Call of Duty, and some big streamer, this huge streamer, was signing off. And you can take all the people that are in your room with Twitch. You can take all those people and you can put it into any other streamer's room. You can go, everybody go into this guy's room.
Right.
And he literally, I had a video of it. I don't know where it is, but we were watching and he's like, let's find a really small streamer stream. Let's find someone who is really like, he was like basically shitting on me. He's like, someone who has no future in this. Let's find someone who has no, and he goes, and then literally something funny happened or whatever. I think I blew myself up or something. I was like, God, I'm so bad at this game. And he just seemed to go like, okay, this guy.
Yeah.
He put like 7,000 people in my room or something like that.
I didn't even know you
maybe
could
even more.
do this on Twitch.
Yeah.
I tried Twitch once and I don't get it.
I
was doing a movie festival on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I think I put like a sketch in
there.
I
think you
Well, anyway, they left long story short, there were 7,000 people in the room, and I'm going, with every new word I said, it was like watching my stock go down. I was like, hey, you guys. And I go, oh, God, I'm a comedian. You know what I mean? I'm like, follow me. I'm like, oh, fuck. And then it just all went all the way back down to 30 people. And I'm like, fuck.
And then you're like, what are you guys still doing here?
Yeah. And I go, I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
I don't want to even be here.
I don't get Twitch.
Yeah.
Are you still doing Twitch?
Sometimes. Twitch.tv/sags2riches.
Yeah.
But not very often because it takes a lot.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother career.
Right.
You know, you could be like a stand-up that does that, and if you're a big name, I think you can get
right,
whatever. But it's hard to create an audience and stuff, and then you're just like, it's you and like 5 other people, and you're like, hi guys, and you're like trying to be like, like it's like if I were to be performing for you guys right now, like doing stand-up where it's just you two, and I'm like, no, I was at the mall the other day, and you're like, okay,
I know.
It's just not. So it's hard to, and you have to be doing it every day. You have to have a schedule out there and everything, and I just don't have the bandwidth.
No, I'm in the same. I just knocked. I think I've quit TikTok.
Really?
Well, my account got hacked, and some person in India runs it now. And
they're doing better. They're like, you have to start with something that's more eye grabbing. You know what I mean? Your bits, they're not you have to
right.
You have like 500,000 followers now. You're like, Jesus.
Thank you, Dupta.
You have to utilize hashtags. Somebody hacks your account just to make it better.
Well, they're not doing anything and I can't get into it. And because I realize my quality of life has gone up.
Oh, hilarious.
I've freed up maybe 4 hours out of my day.
Great. Do you still post on Instagram and stuff,
I do, yeah. Because I'm like, I don't know if TikTok, I guess, I don't know. It didn't do anything for me.
Were you addicted to it, like scrolling?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it was great.
I love the comments. You know, when you see something batshit crazy and you're like, let me see who's supporting this.
Yeah.
And then you go in there and you're like, this. Sometimes I'm like, these comments are funnier than anything any comic has ever said.
Yeah, some comments are just so good, especially when they're like,
I'm like, who are you?
Black teenagers. Like, they're so funny.
Oh my God.
They're so funny. I wish I could think of anything that I've seen before. But when you're on the receiving end of horrible comments,
like a black teenager.
Have you ever gone? Yeah, no, like, man, Bobby, he'll be tripping. you go, oh, God damn it. Have you been on
that's good.
Have you gone viral? Have you ever gone viral for the wrong reason?
I don't know. I have. I forgot. I kicked the long COVID beehive.
What?
Because I had a bit on my last special about like, not full. I do believe long COVID does exist, but I feel like the people that always seem to get it in my life are the ones that are like, of course you have long COVID.
Right.
It's the fibromyalgia. It's the Lyme disease. It's always like these vague symptoms.
Right.
Like light diarrhea, brain fog, that I'm like, aren't we all just kind of walking around with light diarrhea and brain fog? But I've never really decided to put a name on it and call out for work from it. Or like check out and say I can't do anything because of my thing.
Maybe you're just eating like shit and you're depressed.
Right. Like, or borderline, maybe you're just like an alcoholic that haven't accepted it yet. I don't know. These are my theories, but I do think some people probably legitimately have it. But I got a lot, like it was about almost a month full of shit, and every now and then I'll get a comment of like, you out, what is it, ableist bitch? They'll call you like the C word.
Like, what the hell? Yeah, they want you to die, and you're like, what the hell? It's just like an opinion. Jesus Christ.
Like they're like just as hateful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like, that's one of the biggest hypocrisies about us, us liberals or whatever the fuck I am. I wouldn't even say I'm a liberal. I'm just like, whoop.
Yeah.
But
minding my own business. Trying to keep my side of the street clean.
Yes, trying not to walk into just the desert. And just like, I just keep going until all you see is me going over a hill with those foggy heat wave. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? You go, oh, Sagalow left. Bye, peace. Yeah, I don't know. It's like they'll be like, you don't support whatever.
Yeah, you can't even
you go,
do a joke bit about it.
You go,
right now because you're like afraid to.
I know. I'm like, oh god, they're gonna come for me. Nah, it is whatever. But I my thing is I don't want to sound like the opposite guy where I'm like, I say something. It's like, when comedians are talking about like shitty baristas, and you're like, how often do you get a shitty barista? Where they're like, blah, blah, blah.
When you're like, maybe it's you.
You go, yeah, maybe if everybody smells like shit, check under your shoe. That's the biggest thing with stand-up. It's like every stand-up that's like, every stand-up where their story, they win.
Right.
You're like,
oh, how convenient.
You go, yeah, how convenient.
How fair for the other person to not defend themselves at this moment.
And then I said the perfect thing. The perfect, hilarious thing. And then you're like,
did you? Or was it when you were laying in bed?
Yeah.
A week later, because you still thinking about it because you're a psycho.
And then I said, fuck you. And he cried. And then I got blown. Yeah, this is good. This is good stuff.
I like my world I've created for myself.
I can't stand when an audience laughs at something like that.
Right.
And they're like, they said this, so I said the cool thing. And everyone's like, ha, 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 ha. Yeah. When they clap for it, you're like, shut the fuck up.
I know, you want to just sabotage some sets and just come up there with your own mic and be like, can we take a moment and really think about this?
Yeah. I mean, if that wasn't already being done, I would love to do that as a show. I think some other guys, I think guys in Austin do that.
I think it's something. Tony Hinchcliffe.
Oh, yeah. There's some guys in Austin that are doing something that's very similar to that. No, but like completely interrupts the set and be like, that didn't happen.
Right.
Like the shit you say when you're in the back of the room where you go, no, you didn't.
Yeah. Or this, sometimes I'm like, wow, there's a lot of women that go to comedy shows that have kids with Down syndrome. Because there's a lot of premises that are like, so at one time at the show, I said retarded, and then this lady came up to me after their show and was like, hey, my son's retarded, or something like that, where you're like,
classic Nick Swartzen bit. Yeah.
Where you're just like, why is there just like a tons of women with Down syndrome kids that love?
Yeah, go home. Take care of your kid. Take care of your Down syndrome kid. And also, if your kid did have Down syndrome and you go to a comedy show, don't you want to laugh at it? Where you're like, this is a safe space to laugh at these problems and all that shit. It would be, he's not going to know.
I'm here at nighttime. They're sleeping.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Sleeping. Hopefully. Yeah, it's my thing when stand-ups say this, when they go, so I did that joke at a da-da-da, and then some lady stood up, and they go, no one has ever stood up to what? To say how much they don't like a joke?
Right.
No audience member has ever been like, you know what?
You are wrong.
I hate that. You're wrong about that, buddy.
It's also like at this moment, we would have video of it.
Yes.
And it would be a clip and we would just see that moment.
I've never seen anyone stand up. In fact, can I read you? I have a notepad in my phone of the hacky things comedians say.
Yeah, yeah.
And it keeps growing.
There are a few that I've looked into my set. I'm like, I have a few of those and I'm trying to drop those kind of structures.
Well, you know what? Yes, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, this is more for me.
Right.
You know, I do things that never really see the world for me that might come. Like, I have a video diary of me being like, you know who fucking sucks? This guy stinks. And then I just put it away. I never put it out or anything.
Right.
It's almost like writing a letter to your boss and then burning it.
Right.
You know?
It's healthy.
It is healthy.
Yes.
But there's in our world or whatever, on Reddit and shit, you see a lot of the word hack has become just a synonym for we don't like you as a comedian.
Right.
Like, I've seen people who have been called hacks that I'm like, they might be crazy and they might be a shitty comedian, but they're not a hack. Like, they're originally bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, hack is just for there's no originality and there's no uniqueness. You're doing what's been done before. So
no inventing of the real, no personal point of view.
Right. And I'm almost hesitant. I don't want you to be like, oh, I do all of this.
Well, I don't care if I do. It's just my act. I'm like,
I go, okay, so this is the hack things people say. Hi, I'm Sarah Tollemache, and
me. I'm like, do I talk that way?
Yeah, me, I. But you know, that is what it is. I don't even think that's hack. That's just like, sometimes I'll be listening to a comic and they're like, and then I, and then me, and I. And I'm like, wow, we really love ourselves, don't we?
Or when you go into the bathroom and they're pumping in your set from the stage or a comic set, but you can't hear the laughter.
Hear it all. You're like,
so they're just complaining.
God.
They're like, what's going on with?
Yeah.
Do you ever see this at the grocery store? And you're like, they're just like, all we're doing is just complaining.
Yeah, it's just like complain radio in the bathroom. Whenever you're like, you go into the bathroom, like, could you play music instead of just this like this voice being like, and then I hated the way that baby looked. That person just wasn't moving fast. And you go, get out of the way. You go, oh God, do I have to? I don't think I could shit. My butthole cannot relax.
Yeah,
to this
is so funny in the toilet.
So here's the first one. I go, whatever he, she, they said that to my face. They said that to my face.
Right.
They always do that. And then you got to go, who's the first guy to do that? Was that Louis or Dane?
Probably Dane.
It feels like a Dane thing.
Yeah.
They'll go like, they said that. They said it to my face.
Yeah.
You go, shut up. When a comic goes, you understand? Like,
right.
Blah, 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 punchline. You understand? You understand? Like that.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because I do that one.
No, I think that legitimately is you asking.
Okay.
Because I also do.
Well,
like,
sometimes you're like, is this a...
This is the problem with this. I do a version of some of these
right.
things. Because I'll go like, you know.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, blah, 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 blah. Like,
we're on the same page, right? You understand what I'm kind of talking about, but...
You understand is a punchline. Like, you know what I mean is not a punchline. Unless
right. No, I'm not
Unless I guess you're using it as a punchline.
No.
God, now we're getting into, this is unlistenable at this point. No, but when people are like, I actually was watching a comic and he's going like, you know, my fucking son, my son shit his pants. You understand? And
right.
he goes, da-da-da. You understand? You understand? And I go, oh, I'm going to write that down in my little thing. And it was already there. And I went, well, look at that.
Wow.
At least I'm consistent. And so you understand is one. Here's one that's a little too specific, actually.
Okay, wait,
but a lot of people do this.
Okay.
If you liked me, I'm Brendan.
Right.
If you didn't like me,
I'm
Gilbert Godfrey.
Gotcha.
You say another comic's name.
Yes.
That I see that a good amount. But I think Mark does that, but he was the first guy
Kevin Hart
saw. Yeah.
Yes.
But he's the first guy I saw do that. And I like that he's consistent with it. Like, he'll do it in the Tonight shows and stuff.
Right.
Like, that makes it his.
No, it's unfortunate because there's some people, like, I think Dave Attell, who's the originator for a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
And because he's been around for so long, not that I think people are being like, what a hack, but you're like, it wasn't at one point, and this person is the one that kind of created this voice.
That's, yes.
This
and that's,
point of
that
view
kind of
and
like
this,
ruins it. Like, you're kind of like, that's why you really got to be upset with people that steal personalities and shit, because you're like, you're killing this person.
Right.
You know, you watch old, like, if you watch like older Louis specials, you watch and you're like, wow, everyone's doing this now, to a point where you're like, this is like annoying.
Right.
You're like you watch it and you go like, it's not a thing, you know, like that. People don't do that.
What if I did
like,
that?
What if I did? And what if I like did this? And that is not a thing. And then you go, and at the time you're like, that's so funny, man. He's so like original voice. And then every two people
are now
that you
doing
watch,
it,
they go, that's not a thing. Like, I wouldn't do that. And you go, you're doing Louis. Stop doing Louis.
Yeah, that happens a lot. I remember doing like stand up and then seeing other comics, and I'm like, oh, she's just doing a Wendy Lieberman, and I'm like, I didn't know you could just take on a full comics persona.
Yeah.
But I do say eventually it turns into your own voice, but you can hear the influence. Right. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I just hate that you can hear the influence.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not, I'm the king of that. Like, if you watch, like, my Just for Laughs is like so Bill Burr coded. It's like crazy. I'm like leaning on the mic. I'm like, bah! You know, I'm like, it's so coded with Bill Burr.
Well, it's also like, there's a whole genre or a generation of guys and maybe some girls too that were heavily influenced by Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
A lot of audition.
All right. Yeah, that is kind of, there is like a shape of that in stand up.
Because it was really fun when
you go,
he came around.
Okay. Well, there was a time everybody was doing like Kate Blanchett or whatever, whoever that is, where it's like the, you know, like
right. Oh, Kate Berlant. She's the originator, and I feel like we're still seeing a lot of people.
Yeah. These it's so funny. Like, some of these original voices are like meteors that just smash into the ground and then create this like, you know, world of like. Of like other people flying into space doing exactly what it is.
But nobody notices and cares.
I cares and I notices.
I do. We're talking about it.
I know. We'll get off this topic, but I do have more.
I do enjoy the subject, and this is always.
Here's one. Doing a quick after a punchline to signify that you're moving on from the crazy thing you just said.
Yeah.
So if you go like what's the way to do that?
And then I shot him.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. And there's also there is that, there's the and then there's the, so that's, you know, you go,
so there's that.
But like so that's, you go, and then I just dumped a bunch of blood all over his face. So that's, and everyone's like, oh, and then that's the end of the jokes. Thank you for signifying that we should laugh now. Look, I'm doing this for the benefit of benefit of Mr. Kite. I'm doing this for the benefit of Mr. Kite.
Yeah.
I only have a few more.
Okay, I'm all
You're
ears.
all on board? Okay,
yeah, I'm all on board.
I feel like
I would never be like, oh my God, I'm bored. But I'm not bored.
Okay. I know what I look like. I know what I look like. That's a big one. I know what I look
like.
That's a big one.
I look like a lesbian that owes you money.
Right. And also, I mean, again, I do a bunch of this stuff, but I also think if you find a way to do it without like saying I know what I look like.
Right.
You know, if you can just find a way to be like, to make a look like joke where you don't, what am I, you know?
Right. I'm always like that with analogies, the comic that does analogies.
Because it's like, the same rhythm.
It's the same rhythm, but I'm also, it's fine. I think it's okay to have like a few, and we all have them, and they are very effective. But I actually think it's a very passive way of talking. Where you know how like there's similes and metaphors? I feel like a metaphor is better than a simile. Or yes. Just say the act, do the action or whatever. Do the thing.
Instead of being like, that's like if.
Yeah.
And you go, okay. You go, I went to the mall and
because
I saw someone.
Because you can do that for everything.
Yeah, you go, this is like if we were on a boat.
Yeah.
This
and
couch.
then you do two that are kind of like a boat, and then you do the third one that is like a boat but seems so far fetched, and that's like
and
the
that's
crazy
when you
line.
go. So that's, and then that's when you do the.
And then you
so
end.
that's, yeah. So we could create a whole fucking joke out of all these.
Well, don't you? I always said that comics should come together and write one set that will work for the road. So anytime you're bombing, or you got to do some corporate gig, you are allowed to dip into this set.
That's a great idea.
Because
100% agree.
America doesn't care.
Yes.
What for originality?
Yeah, exactly. So you're going like, and you know, and that's why my mom hates me. And everyone's like, you go, how we all doing tonight? Great to be here. Flew in from Denver.
Right. Boy,
We're
are
all
my
from the
arms
same
tired.
place, and boy, are my arms tired. There's a lot of the lines like those, like you know, not hacky, but like at this point, like everybody knows those lines.
Yes.
That I always think about how much did that kill when they first did it.
Oh yeah.
When they go, I just flew in. Man, my arm's tired.
I bet you I would have laughed at something like that.
I
would
have died. I would have been like, have you?
Or when flight happened.
Yeah, yeah. Like if you did that, I'd be going around going like, you see Sarah's joke about like flying in? I'd be like bragging about it. I'd be like, dude, she's killing.
You should just do that now.
Yeah, I go, well, I think about that. Is this thing on? When you're bombing, I was like, that must have really saved a lot of sets.
Oh yeah.
When that first happened, you're bombing, and then you go,
is this thing on?
Is this thing on? People be like, okay.
I like.
He's self-aware.
Yeah,
he's self-aware. Okay, I got two more, and then we'll get off of this. But without missing a beat, when a comic goes, and then without missing a beat,
gotcha.
They said this. Anytime I hear without missing a beat, I'm like, my teeth are going.
Yeah, you're like,
yeah. I'm like, without missing a beat, what does that even mean?
Right, like how long? I don't know.
And then last but not least.
Well, that's kind of like, you know, when people, when they write a story or something and then it goes, and there I was. And you're like, no one ever talks like that normally. Like, I hate those kind of sentences or like phrases that you see, even still this day, that I'm like this. That is to me, such bad writing.
Yes.
So there I was.
Yes.
Minding my business.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And you see it in books a lot, and you especially see it in biographies.
Right.
I almost said biographies. Biographies. You see that a lot because they're not book writers. So you have like the lead singer of Sum 41's book, and he's being like, so there I was. And you're like, did somebody tell you that that's how smart people read? Like,
I know, no, but because nobody ever describes themselves in a situation with, so there I was.
Yeah.
It was late. It was late December, and there I was.
Right, or the over describing, where it's
like
the window had drips of water on it, as if to symbolize sweat dropping down my face.
Yes.
Know? I was actually listening to the Sum 41 guy, the Derek Wilby's book, which is a great book, but he did a couple of times. It was a couple of times where he's like, but we'll get back to that. He's like,
put a pin in that.
Yeah, and put a pin in that. He'll be like, and that's when Cohn left the band. But we'll more on that later.
Okay.
He said more on that later. Like, I was like, oh my God, you're a moron.
And then they never get to it.
And then you never, and then at the end of the book, he goes, oh shit. That's the last thing he says.
I have a whole bunch of stories I forgot.
Fuck. You go, I should have, there's no more paper left. I ran out of paper. Sorry, y'all. Follow me. You go, subscribe.
Get my second book.
Get my second book, yeah.
More on that.
More on that. More on this. I spelled moron. More on this. And then last but not least, of the things that bother me that comics say, that I try to get out there because I want people to be held accountable for
just like
their laziness.
Just think a little bit more outside the box.
Yeah. And and I'll just say this too. There is a bunch of shit that you can go through all my clips and all my YouTube, and you can find some horrible hacky shit that I'm doing.
Yeah.
So but that's not about this. That's not why we're doing this, okay? So don't do that to me.
Please don't.
Yeah, I'm like, I do all of these. Right. You know what I look like? A fucking this.
Well, I do get like pet peeve when people are certain comics.
Pet peeve?
I have a pet peeve. I guess I said that wrong. How did I say it?
I do get a pet peeve.
I do. When there's like self-righteous comics that think their act is impervious, and I'm like, Every comic
Nobody's
has some
impervious.
tricks.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know all my tricks to the point where when I get off, I go, you son of a bitch. One day they're going to figure it out.
You played them dirty.
Yeah. They walked you right into your head.
How about this guy gets it?
Yeah, you go, this guy gets it.
People
is a lot.
like that. It helps get a flow to your set if there's a lot of like.
Well, yes.
This woman over here is looking at me like I've got.
Well, people like to know that you're in the room. This woman's looking over me like I got a vagina on my head. Anyway, I've been blowing the light, so I gotta go. And last but not least, can only be described as. Comics say that all the time. They go. I saw a rabbit the other day that was running down the street, and this rabbit had such a big head. I can only be described as a balloon.
Like you could just say
what you think
like
it
a balloon.
Just describe it.
Right. That's too many words.
I think the first person who said it can only be described as. That's the problem with it. The person who wrote that was really feeling that way, and then now it's just a note. It's just
when
like
someone's like, I really like
it.
how that sounds.
Yeah, you go, can only be described as, where it's like that person who first said it was like, I have no other way of describing this besides this way. So whatever, we'll get off the topic, but I still owe my dad $2,000.
I know, I want to tally up all the money that we owe her.
Our parents. And people.
Our people, yeah. I owe Joe a lot of money.
You owe Joe a lot of money?
Yeah. He paid for my special.
But I mean,
he
at
produced
this point,
it.
That's great. I mean, but at this point, it's like, well, I guess that's a little bit more businessy. I was going to say, like, you're married.
Right.
What's yours is his. What his is yours.
Yeah.
But I guess producing a special
No, mine is, there's a joke Eddie Murphy had about Johnny Carson's wife making, I think she had a job, but she's like, what is she contributing? Like $20 to his $1 billion estate, being like, put this with the rest.
That's hilarious.
That's how I feel about my money. I'm like, put this with the rest.
But you know what? As hilarious as that is, sometimes that money can buy a movie ticket.
It can buy a cell phone bill.
Yeah, you can contribute to something.
Right.
Whereas that
he doesn't have to worry about. One bill he doesn't have to think about.
Right, maybe groceries or some shit like that. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Well, yeah, I'm just saying I want more money in my relationship.
I would love more money just in general.
Right. I'm just kind of like, I want to be not super wealthy, but I want to be rich.
Yeah, it would be nice to like make a bunch of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's that like?
It's probably pretty awesome. I mean,
I don't even think they keep track of it.
No, it could be easily stolen. I mean, you think about like Dane Cook, his brother was stealing millions from him.
I worked in property management, and it was a life lesson I learned is that you can easily steal from rich people because it's so hard for them to take an account of everything that's going on transactionally in their life.
I mean, I'm like that now, and I have like $1,000 to my name.
Well,
and I'm like, you could easily take out like $5.
Right.
I won't even notice.
Well, it's just like rich people have no idea, and they don't want to. A lot of people don't want to deal with their finances. That you can just create fake vendors.
Yes.
And be like, I was in your building and I changed out your HVAC and that's $20,000, and they don't have any idea.
Yeah, and you're like, all right.
You could do it for about 6 months before people start being like, so you could probably get away with stealing like, 60,000 or something.
That's why you need like an accountant that you trust.
Right.
Somebody that could be like, hey man, like someone's
up.
stealing. How many HVACs do you need? By the way, I don't even know what an HVAC is. What is that?
An air conditioning system, but they're so expensive when if you're a homeowner, and it's one of those things I think about is if you're going to be a homeowner, what's so nice about renting is like if your air conditioning goes out, you don't have to like scrounge up $20,000 to get a new system, which you're going to have to get.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those annoying things as a homeowner. Like if you buy a house, make sure the HVAC system is probably pretty decent.
Damn.
Because you don't want to buy a house and then 6 months later you're like, wait, I didn't know that the HVAC was going to go out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the worst part about getting a house, I guess, is that like things start breaking and you're like, oh, the wood has mold and Like I have to fix this shit up.
Right. Like how many times in Europe, like I have a sink that the drain won't go up. It's not connected when I pull it.
Okay.
And I've just been taking a screw and popping it up so the water will go down.
Oh my God, you do that every time you
almost every
it?
time, and I'm like, why can't I just tell my landlord to come fix it? But I'm in this mindset is because I didn't tell him right away, and now I'm embarrassed that he's gonna be like, so you just been living like this? And then it's funny to me because it's Battery Park, which is we pay a decent amount to live in our apartment with a doorman, and I'm just like I'm in a trailer.
Yeah. That's so funny. I'm the same way. This sink doesn't work.
Right.
That sink, the shower leaks. It's like always dripping unless I have to find the exact right place to turn the thing so that it stops. And it's just getting worse and worse. And I'm not doing anything.
And you're like,
it.
I don't know how to fix that. Or one time I was like, let me change out my shower head because it's hard water and I want soft water. And then I did it, and then it didn't come with the correct washer, and it was spewing out water everywhere from the sides, and I was like, this is something you're dealing with for 6 months because you don't have the mindset to just fucking fix it.
I mean, or even just call your fucking landlord or super and be like, come fix this, please. Like, that's what we're paying for, essentially.
Right.
But I also want to feel handy.
Yes, you know and you're mean? Like, there are times where I'm like, you need to write down a list of everything that annoys you in the apartment. But I still haven't.
You go, Joe, Marty. How big is your kid now? He's getting big, huh?
Is
he walking?
He's big. He's walking and he's talking.
Talking?
Yeah.
How old is he?
Almost 2.
What's he saying?
He says, in there. So I put him in his crib and he plays
can
with
only
his
be described as. And you go, he's a fucking hack. We're raising a hack.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He goes, so that's. He goes, I shit my pants. So that's.
Right. So
it'd be cool if he became a comic. Right?
I know, but don't you feel like if you raise them to try to be funny, then they're not going to be funny?
Yes,
and they're going to be precocious.
No, you can't raise them to be funny. You can't be like, see, that's Marty, that's a bit.
Yeah. Like, have you ever hung out with a kid that's like trying to bust jokes?
No, I don't really hang out with children.
Or over here?
No.
My friend has a story. She was at a restaurant and it was a 6-year-old dropped their silverware and they go, look at me. I've been here for 5 minutes and I'm already dropping silverware. And to this day,
a kid said that?
A kid said that. And we reference it all the time because we're like, that's so obnoxious.
That's so funny, dude. To picture you guys like overhearing that and being like, I was on a ride once. The kid actually killed, but I was on this like.
But did you hate him?
I don't know. I don't remember. I will tell you this. I do not like most things.
Right.
And
same. I'm a hater.
I am a hater. I'm mostly like, I'm like walking around like, I hate that. I don't like that. But I don't remember really how I felt. But we were in this like log flume ride in like Universal Studios or something.
Okay.
And there was a kid in there and we're all going up and it's like, and then when it went down, it went, ooh. So it didn't go like fully down.
It was a fake out.
It was a fake out. And the kid goes, well, that was anticlimactic. And everyone.
That's like the same kid. That's the same kid.
Yeah, all of those kids should be in like casting calls of like,
oh, yeah. Casting directors would love that shit.
Yeah.
Like you hear about Lindsay Lohan, they were like, what drew us to her is she came in and she was like, hey, I have a birthday party in the Hamptons at 3. So how long is this going to take? And they were like, we knew right there. I would be like, what a C word.
Yeah, I would go.
Next. I can't have that. But they're like,
okay.
we love that.
Oh, okay. Wow. We have a big opportunity for you. And you're just this rich little girl. I'm flipping out on her as a little girl. I go, we don't know who's wrong here. Yeah, it's so funny when I don't know. I do like kids that have some sort of personality, but like I don't know. That also bothers me because I'm like, you don't got it all figured out.
Right. I like the ones that shed a little family secret.
Yes. Where they're like, but
Daddy, you don't do that. I'm like, what does Daddy do?
He goes, he yells. Daddy yells. I remember when I was young, just hearing my parents fucking scream, but I never told anybody about that.
No.
I just thought I thought that's how families talk to each other.
Right.
Just hearing them yell downstairs.
No.
I remember a lot of the times it was my mom yelling, and then my dad like a lower kind of like my mom being like, "Ah, ah, ah," my dad being like, and she's like, I don't care if the kids are asleep.
Alex.
So yeah, parents are crazy. We obviously just cut something. I love when people try to. I said my social security number. Yeah. Were your parents like that? Were they like they fight or anything?
I don't think so.
They kept it from you.
No, this makes sense who I am. I think there's just hidden resentments.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my dad, maybe discussions. I never heard yelling.
Do you think, because you're a person with a husband and a baby.
Right.
Do you think that do you think that's like gonna happen? Like,
I don't see
do you have
how
any resentments against Joe? You go, yeah, the guy's glasses are everywhere.
Well,
Doesn't pick his fucking glasses
it's stuff
out.
like that. It's not like the stuff that's worth
getting a divorce.
Because you're like, I have my little idiosyncrasies. Like, I can ruin a moment by being like, I'm fat. My video's not getting any views.
Funny, yeah, totally. I'm the same way. I could be such a bummer in a minute. I'm just like, everybody's having a good time, and I'm like, do you think I'll make it? And they're like, Jesus, man.
I know, like, we're at a party.
I'm not getting booked anymore. You go, oh God, we're at Tim Dillon's Hampton's house. Stop saying this stuff.
No, I can have my moments, so that's why I feel like it's those kind of stuff that doesn't really matter, but it still irks the shit out of me. Like,
yeah.
Meaning, like, I don't think I can ever have my own place that looks aesthetically pleasing to my eye.
Really?
Because first off, for me to make any interior design purchase, it's a lot of thought, and I take forever. And Joe makes so much money that if he likes something, he gets it right away.
Yeah.
And then it goes immediately onto the wall. So I basically decided what I am is I curate Joe's things. That's my interior design.
Okay.
Is I'm a curator of Joe's.
That's like
and I try
whole
to look
different
at
level of beaten down housewife.
Right. Well, it's not like he's actively, it's just like he's just living his life.
Yeah, put this picture of Martin Scorsese up. You go, okay. You go, straighten it. Sorry.
Well, it's a lot of sports posters. There's a lot of Bruce Springsteen, some Pearl Jam
the
posters.
Boss. Yeah, of course. I mean, look around. Yeah,
There's movie posters. Some I like, but it's just like I don't know what I want, and I keep changing my mind. So I can't get to it fast enough.
Hilarious. If you had your own apartment, I'm sure it would look like a Dr. Seuss. Like it would look like, like a Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat.
I helped with the purchase of the furniture, but like the overall aesthetic is like that's Joe's.
It's a good aesthetic from when I saw
like,
your old
like
place.
Living this.
Yeah. But you guys had a little.
But it's a lot of
bit
clutter
more style.
to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
no,
wall.
I'm not saying that your place is like clutter, but I'm like, I just feel like every thing should have a place, and there should be thought to why it's put there, and I can't get to it fast enough.
I totally agree. 100% agree. Subway takes. I 100% agree. Believe it or not, everything here has a place.
Yes.
But it's almost like when a crazy person has like organization skills. They put, this goes here.
Yes.
The
or like a
garbage
Kathy
goes
Bates
here.
where she's like, that was facing due north in Misery.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
Kathy
yeah,
Bates,
yeah,
the
yeah.
person. But yeah. But like, lived in houses, and I would say probably my mom's place is like that.
Oh.
She has a lot of, it's always funny. She had 4 kids, but she has a lot of like antique stuff. Like there's a running joke in our household. It's an antique like mill thing it's like a wheel with the pump.
Yeah.
Like something that Rumpelstiltskin
like
would have. Yeah, to spin gold or something.
Yeah,
and
it makes silk. Those things.
It's like that kind of like threads silk to make it into a rope, but it's like just like this antique thing that she has in her house.
That's so cool.
It's really cool, but she gets so upset that kids love playing with it, and I'm like, it's the most perfect thing for a kid.
Where I'm spins.
Like, maybe not have this kind of aesthetic or design choices if you're going to have 4 kids.
Yeah, she's like, why is everyone ringing my giant bell? I got that
Not
giant
my copper pots. Where I'm like, they hang so low and they're dangly, Mom.
Yeah. They're like, why are all these cats playing with my wires?
Or how about like we had a landline and then it was on the wall and there'd be like, it started off as a small chip of paint. And then by the time we moved out of the house, all the kids have peeled the paint off the wall because when you're talking on the phone, you're just kind of like,
yeah, you're going like,
and it's so satisfying.
Oh my God.
That's what having kids is like, where you're like, I don't understand how this happens. And then you're like, it's so pointless to even fix it because they're going to just go back to that bubble again.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. And that's what, is Marty doing any of that kind of stuff? Is he like fucking shit up?
I have a record player that is so perfect with knobs and stuff.
Oh yeah.
That I'm like, I've just let him ruin it because it's just relaxing to have him just find something to play with.
Yeah. Yeah. Where you're like, okay, just do that.
So, I don't. It was $100 at Urban Outfitters. I got to get enough use and noted. I'll buy some. I want a really nice sound system.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I will wait. I'm going to do the research.
Why? Do you listen to music or something?
I love.
I can't picture you listening to music.
I'm one of those psychos that probably needs to have music on all the time.
I picture you listening to one song, and that's that song
over and over again.
Return to innocence.
I could probably go to that.
Around.
I went through an Enya phase recently.
Of course, recently.
Yes.
You go put that Enya on. What else they sing? What else they got?
Who can?
Yes, that's so funny.
Sail away, sail away, sail away.
I feel like the people that listen to Enya should just be sitting in a room that's dark, and then their husbands come in and go, "Hey, Sarah, you gonna come outside today?"
No, not today. I have an English accent.
Yeah. Oh, she's got her Enya English accent on.
She's going through her Enya phase.
All right, well, when you're done and you're American again, or African, whatever the fuck you are, come on, we're outside.
Well, we have
a party going on. There's a party.
And then I go to it and I'm like, I'm fat.
You go, my video got no views again. I think I'm shadow banned.
I love when comics express that.
Yeah,
they go,
I must be shadow
banned.
banned.
Of course. You can't ever have anything that bomb. God forbid.
Right. Yeah, right. There's 7 billion people and they should all like your stuff. It's so embarrassing. Oh, I think I'm shadow banned. There is sometimes where you'll get like 40 likes and you're like, I have 100,000 followers.
Something's going on.
Something's going on. But there is like you can't say it. You can't be like,
you can't vocally say it. How about the people that are like, now we're back to but the people that are like, screenshot a bit and then like, this person stole it, and you want to be like, I don't need to break it to you, honey, but everybody's been kind of doing that bit in some iteration. Like,
I don't see that as much. I wish I saw that.
I just think, and I've even I did once to a friend, a comic friend, where I was like, oh, I have a similar bit, never thinking that it's stealing. I don't really think a lot of stealing's going on, not in this. Yeah. The scene, maybe it's some guy in the Midwest that's killing at like the shittiest rooms, like just whatever. And those it's generic bits. Yeah,
they're not the most punk rock because they're like, "What are you gonna do?" Like, you're taking my scissors bit. You go, yeah, I'm doing it at a fucking chuckle fuck.
Yeah, why don't you come over here? You know?
Yeah.
So they're like, and I also am like, I just think the only time it should be aware is like, we're on the same showcase. So if you're going first, just let me know if you're doing the similar premise or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do your, Don't do your paper straws bit, because I have a paper straws bit, which is something someone actually told me to do.
I know, but it's always like, the audacity. Why would you think that I don't know. I do feel like people can pull the same.
Also, it's like
stuff.
Yeah. To be accused of stealing, like somebody did reach out to me once. They were like, it was a tag I had for a thing, which wasn't even that good of a tag. It was just like, it was one of those times where, you know, when you're working at a joke,
right,
and you have a filler thing,
yes,
and it kind of just accidentally becomes the punchline, and you're like, fuck, I didn't work on this, and now the thing that I was trying to get, let's just put that in there,
right, the placeholder,
is now the punchline, the placeholder,
yeah,
and it was something like about I said I like to black out, she likes black people, you know, it was so stupid,
yeah,
and then a comic reached out and was like, hey, I'm not saying you stole this, but I have a very similar line about blacking out. And
cool, dude.
I go, cool. Yeah, I was like, it's fine. And they were literally like, and we're on the same show tonight, so I was just wondering if you were going to do that bit. And I go, well, now that you told me you do it, I'm never going to say those words again.
Right.
And I go, it's kind of I was being passive aggressive because I was annoyed, but I was like, it's kind of a hack thing to say anyway.
Right,
you know?
right. It's not a really proud.
It's not a really good
I
line. Yeah. So maybe none of us should do it. But I was also like, why don't we both do it? See if it stands the test of.
I don't think it even matters. I had an incident.
Nothing matters.
I do a yearly bit on Twitter for 10 years. It's my fun little thing that I do, or I'm always like, but now as time has gone by, I've seen other comics reach for the same thing, and I'm not even saying that they took it. It's probably a very obvious thing. I did it as a video, and then this girl comic was like, hey, funny, I just did this bit. And then I looked at hers and it had like 1 million views. And then I was about to take mine down. And I was like, I'll just keep it up. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, who cares?
It got more views than I've ever gotten. And I was like, oh, America doesn't care.
Yeah, no one cares.
So I've decided to put Slop up.
Yeah.
Slop and drop.
So if you guys want to go see some real grade A slop, check out Sarah. Well, you got anything to promote or anything like that?
I still have my special that's on YouTube, Owing Money. But just follow me on Instagram. I
might call my next special grade A slop.
I think, yeah. Here you guys go. I hope you're happy.
Yeah. I go,
just like a cafeteria lady just slopping.
One big sigh. That's the name of this next special. Yeah, I'm putting out a special. It's called...
Here we go again.
Here we go again. It never ends.
It never ends. I'm never going to be happy.
Yeah. And I won't quit because then I'll definitely kill myself.
Well, I can't quit because I have this fear that the industry will all of a sudden be really into like 45-year-old women.
They go,
did you know it's an untapped market
hot right
now? Who else is there? And then I'm just like,
funny.
I just quit.
Yeah, you go, boo.
But then but Leanne Morgan got a Netflix.
My mom loves Leanne
She's
Morgan.
Great.
Yeah,
she's inspired me to stay. That's the problem is like, then every now and then some older person gets it and I'm like this, still in.
Yeah. Well, what's hilarious about it is that that comedy does get better the longer you do it and the older you are, because it's very funny to see a seasoned person who knows how to bitch when they're old.
Yes.
That's like the best thing when you're like, you see like an old person having like being really funny. You're like, nothing's better than that.
Right. And they're so succinct and have life experience and nuance.
But the industry is like, the industry. God, I'm such an asshole. I don't know, whatever.
But I'm always like, you got to be hot. I'm like, you don't have to be hot. I love when I say stuff and then somebody names like 10 million comics that aren't hot that are like killing it. And you're like,
that's not a list you want to be on, though. They go, I think you need to be like attractive to be successful. And they go, well, look at Brendan Sagalow. You go, well, God
I'm
damn
right
it.
here.
I don't know what to do with that. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for
This is
having
always
me.
fun.
Yeah, I always have a blast.
Yeah.
I hope you
check
guys
out
like
your
that we talk shop.
Yeah, I'm sorry if we talked shop too much, but Nicole's in the bathroom taking a shit. So
Great. Now we have to
that's
stay on for
how
another
it
5 minutes.
Yeah, Nicole takes about 3 or 4 shits every day, every recording day, and that's how you know it's. You go.
It's a good one.
Nicole's shit is happening. Oh, the groundhog saw her shadow. Her shit show.
I had to take a shit during Dante Nero's podcast, and I left, and I thought he would be a gentleman enough to be like, when I came back, he was like, "You had to take a shit, didn't you?" And I was like,
That's
"This."
so funny. That's also such a.
I mean, why else would I leave in the
perfect.
middle of a podcast?
That's a perfect podcast to do that too, where he's like, women are like this and men are like this.
I was
and
like,
that's
I have to
the
go to the
way
bathroom.
it is. And you go, I have to shit. Are women like that?
But it was almost like 2 hours, and I had drank coffee and walked all the way to Brooklyn.
No need to defend yourself, Miss Tollemache. This is objective or objection. I said objective. Me as a lawyer. Objective. You go, I think you mean objection.
Sustained.
You go, you know what I was thinking of? And then we'll end on this, but I thought there's something funny about how Oligarchy also sounds like Olive Garden.
It does.
So by the next podcast, I will have a joke about that.
It's a restaurant called
You go, Trump's
Oligarchy Garden.
Yeah, I actually voted for Trump. I voted for Trump because everybody said he was gonna create an oligarchy. I thought they were saying Olive Garden.
So I was there.
So
I was like, well, bring out the breadsticks.
So
Putin.
that's can only be described as so that's. All right, we'll see you next time.
The Rap Jack Black and Sagdaddy, I'm back at it with a fantastic podcast for your asses. Yapping in a trap like a rescue cat, and the rescued up like they're waiting on the Batman. You tuned into the dude who threw booze back, blacked out, woke up drunk, covered in bruises. It's Sagdaddy the pod, an odd fellow, the great white chubby, I'm becoming a marshmallow. It's Sagdaddy the pod, so sit back and relax, cause like a broken arm, I got a cast now. It's Sagdaddy the pod, you made a good choice, so enjoy, don't be annoyed. Now here's my dumb voice, so recognizable, ski master, unreliable. Diary of a guy who's higher than a freaking diving board. I'm tired, call me biting you as lame cause you align with your wardrobe. Give that back, you ain't that guy, bro. Kaleidoscope stripping, goddamn I'm tripping. Sipping shroom tea, looking at a blank television. Got a girl here gripping, thinking we'll do some business, but that's the last thing that I want. Seriously. Big dog, I'm on shirts now. Still scared that my house is gonna burn down. I'm a rare card, an old Charizard. Getting BJ's on a bench of a promenade. Don't know what to do, I got a lot of problems. Lot of emotional truths, I sabotage them. I'm getting robbed every time I get a coffee. Cause $6 is just too much.
Keep it on the low. We can keep it on the low. We can keep it on the low. But all you do is wrong.
Dream team, me and Galene and the 4 Beatles. Kidnapping whores illegally, pumping them full of needles. Eating Chinese till Steven asks us to order a pizza. Walk to run to get it, I can't do either. It's Sagdaddy the pod, don't think twice, just bob your head, Dylan your chicken with no rice. It's Sagdaddy the pod, and on God I won't stop unless I wanna, that's kinda the deal, huh? It's Sagdaddy the pod, no need to deviate. Your ears are not the only holes that I'm about to penetrate. It's Sagdaddy the pod, so thanks for tuning in. Truman Show flow, if I don't see you, you can suck my dick.